Generally, if I was doing a 10k, which would involve obviously a lot more energy than doing a 1600 meter swim, I'd carbo load, and that would be done 2 days before the race. But I think if you're doing a 1500 meter swim for the first time, or you're doing a triathlon, certainly the night before, having some sort of carb, but don't overload on them too much because you will get really bloated. So having something like a lasagna rather than having a plate full of just pasta. It doesn't need to be just pasta. Having lasagna and some bread, you know, something that you enjoy as well. You don't need to eat something that you're not going to enjoy because you will be a bit nervous. So generally eating food that you know you'll quite like, whether that's a pasta bake or a lasagna, trying to eat that the night before the race, and making sure that you're finishing off your portions because you're going to need your energy for the next day, and if you are getting quite nervous you're not going to want to eat very much. So how much you'd normally eat, just make sure you're trying to pack as much of that into your body as you can the night before the race. On the day of the race, again, you're probably going to be quite nervous, so I would normally make sure I'm having as much as I can eat 4 hours before the race. Sometimes the race is quite early and it means getting up at like 4 AM to make myself some toast, which is really boring, but it's part of what you should do. So trying to basically eat whatever you can. So I would have 4 slices of toast with some butter and some raspberry jam on there because I know that I'm going to eat that in the mornings. 2 hours before the race, again, making sure you either have a sandwich or something, you know, something quite light on your stomach, but that's not something like milk or a smoothie, because if you are getting quite nervous, a full stomach of milk isn't necessarily the best idea. Just before the race, if you can stomach something else to eat, like a cereal bar, then absolutely fantastic. If you can't stomach anything, make sure you get a carbohydrate gel and you just empty the whole packet into a litre or half a litre bottle of water and just keep sipping that, because you will be getting the carbohydrates that you need from the gel and you are sipping water. But don't feel like you have to drink 6 pints of water just before you swim, because then you'll need the toilet and that's not going to be good for the race day.